Lieutenant Maurice Yeltzin sat at the flickering data-slate. It had been several weeks since the last signal from the colony on Inus, the fifth planet in this region to fall silent. Planets would go silent from time to time. Maurice did not understand the vagaries of the warp, so did not have an explanation for why some communiqués would disappear into the void of the Immaterium. The eye of Terra had made their comm-links unstable, but the silence would never last this long, and never multiple worlds in the same quadrant. Something was sweeping across these worlds with no warning, no distress calls, no refugees, just the crackle of background radiation and a dead comms line. Another light flickers and fades, another world falls into the darkness. Lieutenant Yeltzin hit the screen in frustration, smashing the glass of the data slate. The electrostatic charge fizzed and crackled across his ceramite armor. The Admech tech engineer stood behind him, appeared crestfallen at yet more damaged equipment. He whispered a prayer to his machine god that it may be swiftly repaired. The lieutenant ignored the dejected servant.
The command cannot ignore this. Their complacency will lead to our destruction,
decried Maurice.
The Ultramarines must not stay idle on Terra while the Imperium falls to ruin around them. It is time for our great hibernation to be over and a new crusade to be born. The Ultramarines were not born to be conservators. Leave that to the golden guardians of the Custodes. For the glory of the Holy Emperor, we must reclaim these worlds. In the name of the Imperium of Man, we shall enact a revenge on whatever Xenos or heretic scum has brought damnation to these worlds. Gather the Legion, commanded Lieutenant Yeltzin. To defend Terra, we must face this threat head-on. I will not give Calgar any option but to endorse our action. The defenders of Terra will do what we must to protect mankind.
The servitor next to Maurice whined into action and started transmitting his command across his Vox channel. Maurice knew that his men would be ready for a new crusade, and would be exuberant to know that they would be leaving this world to take the fight to the enemy. For too long they had stagnated on this world when there was so much fight still to be done.
It is time for me to address my company. Transmit my instructions base-wide,
directed the lieutenant to the servitor.
Men, we have been steadfast and steady. We have undertaken our watch with great honor, but the enemy grows stronger in the depths of the galaxy. New horrors devour the Imperium while we stand guard. Attack now is our best defense, and so it is time to end our watch and take the fight to the enemy. We embark on our great crusade in 24 solar hours. Ready yourselves, for we know not what we will face. I know all of you will confront whatever challenges to come with great fervor. For this chapter was born to be the protectors of mankind, and we will stand against any foes who threaten us. For Terra, for glory, for the Emperor.
A ripple of applause passed across the control room. Maurice knew his men would revel in the thought of a new campaign. They were ready to show their skill, destined for glory and honor, eager for battle and bloodshed, zealous to prove themselves in the golden light of the Emperor. The lieutenant left the command deck to cheers from his men. He must go ready his armor and temper his plasteel plates for the war ahead.